The third question we're going to have a look at is this one here. This is 6A Part 1 and asked you to complete the table. You needed to add the title of that table into the actual method table. If you think about height, height is something we actually measure, and then below that in the table we had a series of measurements of height. We then have length. Length is again a technique that we actually measure when we're at the beach. So this final column needed a heading of something that was a method we could do that would allow us to collect data. Yes, everything in the table is in an angle, but an angle is not a method of data collection. So we needed to put the method here. The answer was therefore beach profile. That's the one that we should have been given. The next question that was quite disappointing was again only worth 1 mark. This one here asks you to identify the prevailing wind direction. Now, first of all, we have to identify the key term here, and that is prevailing wind. The question is not asking you which way is the wind blowing. When we're saying which way the wind is blowing, we are indeed giving the direction that the wind is going towards. But the prevailing wind is always expressed as the direction the wind is blowing from. Therefore, the answer to this question was south. The second thing people missed was having a specific look at the actual north arrow that was given. Here we can see the north arrow, so it tells us which way north is. Some people put southwest because they hadn't acknowledged the fact that the north arrow was not pointing directly upwards. It was indeed pointing towards the north. Therefore, the wind was coming from the south and not the southwest. These two questions here account for 2 marks, which ultimately is going to be the difference. 3 marks is going to be the difference between a grade boundary. By not getting these 2 questions, and most of you did not, you are actually waving goodbye to nearly an entire grade. The 5th question that we're going to go through is one that I did anticipate people having some difficulty with. This was the first of our 9-mark questions and asked us to assess the accuracy and reliability of the primary